Today, I'm gonna give you a couple tips and tricks on how your automotive addiction can pay for itself. All right, so you're probably wondering, what is that on your head? Well, that's my mic. I use this so you guys can hear me. The other day, I made a video titled, Why I Drive an Old Truck in a Modern World. I'll link that up here. After making that video, it sparked me an idea on how our love for these old trucks and hobbies can actually make us money. I've got a couple experiences and stories that I'd like to share with you on how I've made money to fund this truck right here. It all started right here with the engine. One day I went to start it up and go for a drive. And I heard the dreaded knock. If you're into vehicles, specifically old vehicles, we've all heard it. It wasn't bad yet, but I knew I was on borrowed time. So I started searching for engines. I came from having a 1995 second gen 4Runner with a 5VZ FE 3.4 liter engine. It was supercharged and had a solid axle. It was an awesome rig. So I thought, why don't I put a 3.4 and supercharge it? So I bought a 1995 Toyota T100. I bought it for 800 bucks. It was white, rotten, and the frame was toast. But that didn't matter. I only bought it because the engine was healthy, and that's what I thought I was gonna put in this truck. I pulled the motor, pulled all the accessories, everything under the hood that I needed, and I put it aside. Whoops. And then I ended up stripping down the entire truck. I sold everything off of it that you could think of, and then I ended up donating the cabin frame to somebody that wanted it. So now I'm sitting there thinking, wow, I just sold everything off of this truck and now I've got this swap. Well, I ended up changing my mind. I decided I didn't want to use that engine. Somebody that I knew was heavily interested in the motor, and they paid $27.50 for the transfer case and transmission, the cross member, the motor, the ECU, the harness, everything under the hood, everything you could think of to toss that engine in another truck. So now I've got $2,750 plus the several thousand I made parting out the truck. So now I'm walking away with $6,000 in my pocket, minus the 800 bucks I paid for the truck. I ended up profiting $5,200 Canadian. What did I end up doing with that money? This is a Toyota 2.7 3RZ FE engine. The 4-cylinder that you could have gotten in the first gen Tacoma and the third gen 4Runner. So instead of getting the 3.4, you would get this, the 2.7. You might be wondering, why did you go with this instead of the V6? Doesn't the V6 have more power? Well, yes. However, this was an easier, cheaper alternative, and I wanted to try something new. I had no experience with the 3RZ FE. I had never even seen one, or even heard one, or ever worked on one, and that kind of made me excited. I thought, why don't I try something new and be a little more unique? I paid $2,000 for this motor, and I bought it off of somebody in Vernon, which is 4 hours away from where I'm at right now. It was an 800-kilometer round trip there and back, and believe it or not, I drove it in this truck with a rod-knocking 22RE. So now I've got the engine I need, the truck that has a blown engine, and $3,200 in my pocket. What did I do? I spent $2,000 on brand new 35 Mickey Thompson Baja Bosses. I figured my engine was blown, my tires were bald, my brakes were shot, and there was a million other things wrong with this truck. Now would be the time to do a complete overhaul on it. Perfect. I've got a truck with no motor that won't go anywhere, but I got brand new tires. And man, did they look good, but they were not cheap. About a week after that, I saw a 1989 Toyota 4Runner with a 22RE, solid axle swapped, go for sale on Marketplace. It came with a massive amount of boxes, a massive amount of parts, all things that looked like junk to the average person, but to me, I saw a gold mine. The body was also rotten, and the frame was completely gone. Not to mention, it had a vehicle inspection, which means it needed to pass an inspection to ever be back on the road again, and it just simply wasn't. He was asking $2,500 for it, which I thought, deal. I didn't even look at the vehicle. I just told him where my address was, drop it off and I'll give you the money. And that's what he did. Now I've got that truck laying in my backyard with parts absolutely everywhere. I make a post on Marketplace. Marketplace is your friend, by the way. Use that as much as you can and scope that as much as you can. Because there's deals on there that go quickly, but if you catch them, you're winning. I'm answering DMs back to back to back to back. Again, I'm back to the same thing I did with the T100. Every day I'm rushing home after work, stripping parts, selling parts. Every day on the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. From the morning until dark, I'm stripping parts. Ended up selling the motor out of that truck for 700 bucks. I sold the solid front axle complete from hub to hub with the high steer and the shock hoops for 1,200 bucks. I made about $6,500 off of that truck. And I paid $2,500 for it, which leaves me with $4,000 of profit, which I ended up using towards this truck. Now I got rid of that truck, and I'm not kidding, less than a week later, somebody messaged me about their 1986 Toyota 4Runner. This one was silver, it was rolled in a winter accident, it was very, very rusty, and the frame in the back also had the typical gas tank rot. He offered that to me for 1,200 bucks. I jumped on it. I bought that right away and I drove it home. The entire reason I bought that truck was because it had a fully functioning, complete air conditioning system, which here in Canada is super rare. Almost none of the trucks here have AC. So now when I was doing this 3RZ swap, I wanted to have complete working AC, and I thought, wow, like, I can actually make this happen. Like, I already have everything torn apart, so why not just get it all done at once, especially if I'm using my hobby to fund this project by buying these old trucks and flipping them. I also took the radiator and the fan shroud. The radiator in my truck leaked like a sieve and I didn't have a fan shroud. So now that's one piece of my cooling system that I've already started gathering, and the rest I'll figure out later. I took, if you didn't know, an 84 and 85 4Runner has a narrower track width than the 86 to 89, but you can take the rear axle from an 86 to 89 and bolt it up in the rear. So that's what I did. This axle is now 3 inches wider than what was in there before, and that adds stability when you're off-road. That little bit of width, it makes a huge difference, and I don't have to run wheel spacers. I did the same thing in the front, and I took the wheel hubs off of that truck and put it on here. For those of you that may not know, independent front suspension wheel hubs from 86 to 89 Toyota pickups and 4Runners do fit on your solid front axle. And what I did is I ended up machining them down to fit a Tacoma rotor, so now I've got bigger brakes, better brakes, and a wider stance to match the rear, all for free. All because I bought a truck and parted it out, and now I'm using that money to make this truck better while also helping other people get the parts they need. So now I've got a better engine with bigger brakes, wider stance, and we're adding more and more pieces to this puzzle to make this build exactly what I wanted. I couldn't put that motor in the truck yet because I'm still missing a list of items, and as we all know, an engine swap is not just purchasing the engine, it's purchasing everything else around the engine. I ended up stripping that truck down to a bare frame and bare body, and I gave that to a buddy of mine who ended up putting decals on this truck. I sold everything off of that truck, plus a couple boxes of parts and things for a couple $1,000s. And I still have a lot of parts stored in boxes hidden in my shed from that truck. So now I've stripped down 2 Toyota trucks, and I still have this one that I need to get running. I bought an ORS Off-Road Solutions engine swap harness for about $1,100 or $1,200 Canadian. You're probably screaming at the screen right now thinking, what? Yes, I know it's expensive. However, on a rig that I want to be as reliable as possible and daily drive, I wanted wiring to just be as dialed in as possible, and those guys there know exactly what they're doing, and I'm not a wiring guru, so I wasn't willing to take it on. Engine mounts for 400 bucks, and then I bought an LCE Engineering engine swap header, plus all the gaskets, a timing chain kit, and a balance shaft delete kit for about $2,000. So now I've bought everything I need. The motor's in the truck. I've bought coolant hoses, all the little odds and ends. and I'm buttoning up the swap and it's almost done. Between those three trucks, the T100, the 89 4Runner, and the 86 4Runner, I believe I made a collective amount of $12,000 to $15,000. So I actually still had money left over after paying for the tires, the engine swap, and everything else I needed to get it running and on the road. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to talk about my experiences and what I've done to fund this truck. I hope that this inspires you to kind of try the same thing, because honestly, anybody can do it. I'm just your average everyday guy. I'm not any different than you. I'm not some fancy person with fancy things. I did this all out of a garage, and I did this in a pile of dirt in my backyard. I'm not working with anything, high-end or special. I built this truck with basic hand tools and the willingness to learn. Because I don't come from a rich background, I've had to work for everything I have, and all these skills that I've acquired are now allowing me to use my hobbies to fund my automotive addiction, and you can do the same thing too. Again, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. It really does help, and it motivates me to want to keep pushing these videos out for you guys. I like hearing about the things that you guys do, so if you've done anything similar to this, please leave a comment down below. I'd like to hear what you've done and what your stories are. But that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, stick around for more, because we're not done yet. We do have a lot more things coming. And again, thank you for watching. Take care.